Old Jews cutting flagels, take one.
Bagel-induced injuries occur often and actually are a large part of the number of ER visits every year. This is true regardless of whether or not you live in a city in which the bagels that you cut are really classic bagels, boiled first and therefore having a hard surface, or in some other place where you can't get that bagel and essentially the bagel is nothing more than a Kaiser roll, very soft on the inside. The injury occurs because people don't know how to cut a bagel, and so today we're going to show you how to cut a bagel without injuring yourself. If you're lucky enough to live in the city, you also may have access to a flagel. A flagel is a flat bagel, essentially before baked, pushed down in the dough so that there is far more surface to it, the crusty part that makes a bagel so great. Today we're going to show you how to cut a flagel, but obviously a smaller bagel can easily substitute and is easier actually to cut. The reason for most injuries is because people think that holding a bagel consists of in your hand and taking a knife, hopefully a serrated knife, and beginning to cut. The problem being that if it's a soft bagel, it goes right through and cuts your hand, and if it's harder, you increase the pressure as the knife begins to cut against the hard surface, and therefore the push can induce an even greater. Here's the secret. A bagel should always be pushed down on a flat surface. And one should take the serrated knife as one holds the flagel above where the cutting is taking place. Insert the knife at any point and go through the flagel into the hole. Begin to slowly turn the knife as you turn the flagel, the top of your hand always being on top as you cut in a parallel plane to the surface and to the bagel itself. Keep cutting, always watching and being sure that you've actually gone through to the hole as you continue until the entire thing is done. At that point, remove your hand, remove the knife, and gently lift the top so that you have the perfectly cut flagel. Be sure at the beginning, although you can do it afterwards, to have all the accoutrements. The classic cream cheese, maybe with a little bit of scallion or vegetables. The lox, also known as Nova Scotia if you don't want it so salty. And then tomatoes, avocados, onions, although frankly, in my mind, a bagel and flagel is nothing more than lox and cream cheese. Enjoy and keep safe.